So I'd like to talk a little bit about Rapéh and about serving ourselves Rapéh and how to do that, how to get the most out of our experience with this. Rapéh is a very sacred medicine. It comes from the Amazon rainforest. It's made by a few different tribes who've been using it for thousands of years, maybe hundreds of thousands of years. It's made from many different plants of the forest, tobacco, various flowers and leaves and trees. Sometimes the bark of the trees is burnt into an ash and that's mixed in with the medicine. It takes a very long time to make, and it's very sacred, partly for the amount of effort and energy and prayers and songs that go into the process of making the Rapéh. So I think it's really important to really have an appreciation of that while we're working with this beautiful medicine, so as not to take it lightly. I've noticed that sometimes people can get a little addicted to it, start taking it for no particular reason. I think it's really important to keep something like this very sacred, to really give it the value that it deserves, and to develop a relationship with the spirits of the plants that we're working with in the best possible way. So I would suggest always do it in a sacred way. Choose a moment where you're going to be able to sit and meditate with the medicine for a while, really feel it in the body and allow it to work its magic. I'm going to show you how I serve myself Rapéh, so you can get an idea of how you might do it yourself. I think the most important thing when serving is the blow, how we deliver the medicine through the pipe. So I'm using my my own self-applicator, selfie stick, as I like to call them. And the blow of Rapéh, it comes from the whole body, really, the whole of the lungs, at least. So I start my blow very gently from the air in the top of my lungs, and as I go through the blow, which takes me maybe 4, maybe 5 seconds, the power of the blow comes from further and further and further down my lungs until down at my diaphragm. And the last part of the blow comes from the diaphragm. If you have done the yogic practice of breath of fire, you'll know that to push the air out of your lungs with your diaphragm muscles is like a kind of motion. And I use this right at the very end of the blow to finish the deliverance of the medicine. And at the very end of the blow, I will close the aperture of my lips with my tongue, so I get a kind of a sound. So you might want to practice that a few times without a pipe and with a pipe, and without the medicine and then with the medicine, so you can really get a feel of how you're going to deliver the medicine to yourself and give yourself the best blow possible. So I'm going to pour some Rapéh into my hand like this. So I think for a beginner that's quite a nice amount to start with. It's not going to blow your socks off. I'm going to give myself a little bit more because I'm not really a beginner. So like that. That's kind of a nice, I'd say a medium-sized dose. The law of the most spillable is always close the bottle that is most spillable, so we don't lose any medicine. And then I will use the pipe to flatten out the medicine, to take out any bumps, any lumps, any parts where the powder is stuck together. And I will lay it out, as you see, really in the middle of my palm like this. And I do that because I can get an idea of what half that dose is. And I draw the pipe always towards the heart. A little tap down, and go again. So I got half the medicine in the pipe. Okay. And then a little ritual, something to connect with the medicine, connect with the spirits of the forest. Here in a beautiful forest, so I'm going to call in the spirits of this forest to connect with me and to give me their blessings. I'll connect the medicine with my third eye. Connect the medicine with my heart. And then just to clear the energy around my body. And then take half a breath, maybe even less, maybe a third of a breath. Put in the pipe and blow. It's important to do the second side as quickly as possible after the first. then take some time just to close your eyes and meditate about 5 or 10 minutes. Now I'm out here in the middle of the forest. I didn't actually bring any tissue with me, but it's a good idea to have a little with you. You don't want to swallow any of the medicine. As it trickles down the back of your throat, you always want to spit that out. The Rapéh will take out of your body any residue of sickness or trauma, and you don't want to swallow that down into your system because you're just almost like suppressing that. So it's good to spit all of that out and just take your time to enjoy the medicine and allow it to work its magic. Anyway, thank you for watching. Wish you all the best with your journey. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message. I'll be very happy to help you out. Many blessings.